these imaginary borderlines that exist in the ghetto communities were designed in such a way to ensure that there's the crabs in the barrel syndrome and mentality for us to keep each other down and pull each other back. Because a ghetto is a residential space where there is an unskilled, semi-skilled, underemployed and unemployed labor force on the inside, while the means and forces of production, manufacturing, wealth creation and wealth generation are on the outside. But the wealthy ruling class elite on the outside needs the labor force on the inside, and that they must continue to have a frame of mind believing that there's a system of justice where all are equal under, but in truth and in fact the wealth of the state is being hoarded in the hands of the rich while the poor live under an illusion. And that illusion is an illusion of inclusion. And part of that illusion is that we are each other's enemies. When the ghetto was designed by someone on the outside going back to the year 1516, where the city of Venice, when they put the Jews to live in one residential space, and that was historically the first ghetto. And the reason that they placed them there was to prevent their economic hoarding of the economy, to ensure financial freedom for the other elites. We live in ghettos to ensure that our potential economic power is not eventually unleashed, and we start to create black business and support black business and get food, clothing and shelter from one another. And all of our dollars that are spent coming out of our wages and salaries go back into the pocket of another black-owned store, grocery, taxi service, transportation, bookshop, or whatever service provider that we may have in our own communities. There's a fear that black people will become conscious and start to solve our own problems. So while they tell us here every creed and race finds an equal place, which is not so, if we truly do come into the realization that we can empower ourselves by ending these borderlines of ignorance and illiteracy and fear and illusions of division, if we can begin to solve our own problems, we will begin to empower ourselves literally overnight.